What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Avy Baby. I am sitting here today with the beautiful Diandra Dellucci of Diandra Dellucci Photography because my girl, Chantel, the model, is doing hot girl, almost summer stuff for her birthday. So Diandra's filling in with me today. This is our episode of Lounging in Lingerie. We are going to talk about what it is that Diandra does. If you see this beautiful background here, we are in her studio.
The outlet room.
The outlet room, yes. Come on, snaps for Diandra.
Yes.
So, Diandra, what is it that Diandra Dellucci Photography does? What's your motto, your mission, whatever it is that you want us to know?
So my tagline is beauty is in the eye of the photographer.
Nice.
So every photographer has their own style, has their own look, has their own mood. So I like to express how I view people in the world through my vision and through my photography. So beauty is in the eye of the photographer.
I love that. Yes. So, when did you start?
So unofficially, I started photography in high school in the 90s.
Nice.
Just to make myself feel old. I went to a trade school and I took graphics communications, and there they had a dark room. So when I started developing black and white film.
That's so dope.
And the teacher our assignment was go take pictures and develop them and have fun, and there might have been a few makeout sessions in the dark room with boys.
That's what I envision. When I think of, what is it called, a dark room?
The dark room.
When I think of a dark room, that's what I think about. Like, I've captured something beautiful, and the person might be, like, the subject might come in and see it just as it's developing. And then it's a whole movie scene in my head when I think of a dark room. So
I'm sure it wasn't that smooth. We were in high school.
I mean, it feels that way to me. It's fine.
So that's unofficially how I started. The school has since closed, unfortunately, but then I left high school and I went into automotive because that was actually what I was passionate about, was working on cars, and I did that for about 8 years.
That is cool.
Changed tires,
yes.
Changed oil, changed brakes, shocks, all that kind of good stuff. Very male-dominated field.
Yes.
And they wore me down.
Really?
Yeah, I got tired of it. They wore me down. I said, screw this. I left. I got a 9-to-5 desk job that I did for 11 years. And a friend was getting married and remembered I took graphics in high school. We went to high school together. And she said, would you photograph my wedding? Sure. I didn't even have a camera. I think I used her uncle's camera because my mom's camera I was going to borrow and it broke.
Oh.
So at the wedding, I'm like, I have no camera. Who here has a camera I can use? Thanks, I'm the photographer. So the uncle gave me his camera, and
that is so fun.
I did her wedding pictures, and then another friend saw it, and another friend saw it. And when I started working in corporate America, I don't even know how they saw the wedding pictures. And one of the ladies that I worked with said, I want you to do my granddaughter's wedding.
Yeah.
I said, well, I'm not a photographer. She's like, but you have the eye for it. So, excuse me, my hair's in my face. She said, you're going to do her wedding and I'm going to pay you. I was like, pay me what? Money? She's like, yeah, I'm going to pay you money. So I did her wedding and she paid me, and then they tipped me, and then another coworker saw that wedding and flew me to Honduras for an all expenses paid
y'all
trip.
Y'all are treating me right. As a makeup artist, y'all are not treating me right. Go ahead.
Flew me to Honduras. So my second official paid wedding was in Honduras. And it just, from there,
listen.
Every day I'd show up from work, they'd be like, what are you doing here? I'd be like, I'm coming to work. You're like, you don't belong here. Your talent is in taking pictures. I'm like, yeah, but I got bills to pay.
Okay, exactly.
And I got kids to feed. And so I stayed there for 11 years.
That is so cool. Like, that's a story to tell. Your second paid gig was
it got to the point where people were calling me at work asking me to do photo jobs, and I'm like, I'm at work. They're like, well, we'll pay you X. And I'm like, that's my whole week's pay.
Yeah.
Sitting at this desk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I call out sick, take a vacation day, and finally it was just like my full-time job was getting in the way of my passion. So finally, after 11 years, I might have told the boss off and got fired. You know me. If I'm going out in flames, girl.
Yes. I'm here for it.
Yep.
So we are going to talk about how Diandra and I came together. I was contacted by Serena? By Serena about doing makeup for Diandra's family photos. And
No, the first ones you did were my headshots. Really?
the headshots were second.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think I did the headshots at your parents' house. I did your makeup at your parents' house for the headshots.
Did you?
The first one I did was off of Liberty Hall. Yeah.
I'll believe you. Either way, it was either the headshots or the family pictures.
Yeah.
One of them.
After that, it's just been a thing. Like, and at a time recently, I will say this, that I was not seeing myself at my full potential. Diandra was like, girl,
Let's do this.
quit playing, and this is what we're gonna do.
Yep.
So the boudoir photos were born.
By accident.
So you want to talk to the people about how you got into that?
So my spill before was, if it's got clothes on it, I'll take a picture of it. We ain't got no clothes on. So you can see that we got fabric covering parts.
Right.
So I was just scared of taking sexy pictures. I used to weigh 300 pounds and I was not happy with my body. So I felt, how am I going to tell other women that they're sexy and they're beautiful if I didn't feel sexy and beautiful?
Right.
So I was just scared, really scared of, intimidated by boudoir pictures. So anytime somebody would ask me, I'd be like, nope, I don't do it. I don't do it. And a couple friends kept asking every time they see me, and I'm like, okay, you're my friends. I'll do them because you're my friend.
Right.
You were there.
Yeah.
That was a crazy night.
That was it. Very fun.
Yeah. So we got a very nice hotel room downtown. We're not going to plug the hotel because they're not paying us to.
Okay.
Right? That's how you do it. And we each, I think, brought like 1 or 2 bottles of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of wine involved.
Yeah.
But we had fun. And I was like, you know what? It's not so bad. I think I can do this.
And it's been fun ever since. Like, all of them, I don't think there's been one where anybody was like stuck up or, anything like that. After the first couple of shots, they're like, oh my God, like, this is what I look like?
Yeah. When I show them the first few pictures, they always start like covered up and be like, oh,
Yes.
I'm so shy. And by the end of the night, they're completely naked. They're like, whatever.
Yes. And I could be in a whole different room and I'll hear, oh my God, that's me. And it's from there, it's a wrap. It's so much fun.
Yep.
Yes. So let's talk about a little bit of what you have coming up.
More sexy naked pictures.
Yes.
Some more boudoir pictures. We have the Angel Wings series that I'm working on. So we have the ombre purple, pink, and white wings, which actually is my brand colors.
Yes.
And I just ordered a set of black.
I was going to ask, did you get those?
I got the black ones. And I really want to do like gothic and some beautiful black women empowerment pictures. I don't feel that there's enough photographers out there that accentuate the beautiful black woman's figure as much as you see the white or even the Brazilian.
Oh,
you know, that what's the word I'm looking for?
Exotic
look. Well, yeah, so the exotic look's really popular, and I just think black women are beautiful. You know, their curves are perfect. I'm just jealous of boobs in the right place and hips in the right place, and booty going on, and I'm just this little flat white girl over here taking pictures.
That's all right. That's okay. We embrace it all.
Yes.
That is what lounging in lingerie is about. Body positivity.
Yes.
So what better way than to do a boudoir shoot for your anniversary, for yourself. If you need to boost your self-esteem, let's
getting
make
married,
it happen. All of
getting
that.
divorced, having a kid, had a kid, starting a business, growing your business for yourself. You know, I'm in a lot of boudoir groups, and they always try to say, don't do the pictures for somebody else. You know, always try to do them for yourself first. But there's nothing that makes a woman feel better when she does it for her partner. And
absolutely,
it's a turn on.
Yeah.
It's like, holy crap, that's you? Who took all the girls? They've been like, my man, the first thing I asked, was that a female?
Right.
Was that a female photographer?
Yes.
Did you show anybody these?
All the time.
Where'd you go? Where'd you do this? Can you do it again? Can I come?
Yes.
It's empowering for a relationship.
It is, and I'm glad you said something about a divorce. I had a young lady that was inquiring because she was supposed to get married and did not. So she wanted to start off doing a boudoir set of pictures, but she wanted to go into her painting her dress.
Yes, trash the dress.
Yes, she wanted to go into trashing the dress. So I really want to do that.
Yes.
I think that would be so cool. So we are here for you.
We are.
Whatever you want to do, hair, makeup here, photography here. It's a one-stop shop. All you have to do is come and get in the chair. That's it. We have lingerie on deck. If you don't know what to wear, we are also what's the word? We are also the visual.
We'll be like, no, girl. No,
yeah, we are the visual side too. You will not go somewhere and tell anybody that we allowed you to wear something that did not look well.
Well, we've done from a size 0 to 6X.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, my bigger girls, they love it. They're like, I don't want you to Photoshop anything. You know, because that's the big thing now is like, take out this stretch mark, fix this wrinkle. Right. And my plus size girls are rocking it. They're like, no, don't change nothing. I'm like, yes.
That's awesome.
I love it. But for me, I'm going to Photoshop that look of mine. Yeah, just so we're being honest, I'm going to Photoshop mine.
Yes. All right, so we took a moment to sip some tea, literally, and just, we had to take a breather. So, I know earlier you said that we were in the Owlet room, correct? Can you tell us where you got that from?
So, my logo is an owl, and the owl has 3 stars in my logo. And the stars represent my 2 kids, and the 3rd star is my grandmother, because she's the one, when I was trying to decide what I should do, she's like, you need to do photography. You need to do photography. You need to do photography. And this is the same time when I was working at the corporate job, so she got really sick, and when she was dying, she made me promise her that I would follow my dream. So I made her the promise, and that set the wheels in motion. So after she passed away, my grandfather gave me one of her charm necklaces. And my grandmother was very religious, so I had a cross on it. She loved the beach, so I had a seashell on it. And it had this owl on it. And I was like, what's up with the owl? And I was like, your grandmother loved owls. I was like, okay, I never knew that.
Yeah.
So fast forward, I get pregnant with my daughter. And I'm looking for stuff. This is my daughter. There's my son. And I was looking for stuff for her nursery. And just this owl stuff started popping up everywhere. Owl nursery, toys.
Wow.
And you could not find anything owl to save your life. And everywhere I turned, there were owls. And it was like, you still haven't done it yet. You promised. And so when I made the move and I branded myself, and the guy asked me the question, I hired a professional brander. He said, what got you?
Right.
And I told him the story about my grandmother, and I told him the story about the necklace and my 2 children, because they're my sun, my moon, and my stars.
Right, yeah.
And how, it's late nights being up. Your mom.
Yeah.
So you're up late nights with the kids, doing the mom stuff. So he said, okay, give me a couple of days. And he came back with the owl logo. And he said, okay, well, the owl, of course, represents you because owls have very sharp vision.
Right.
And as a photographer, your eyes, they're your tools, they're your asset. You have to have a sharp eye. And they stay up, there's long hours. Anybody that owns their own business knows there's long hours that you put in. You're up late at night. It's not a 9 to 5 job.
Right.
And owls are nocturnal, they're night animals, so they're up late. You're up late, whether it be for the kids or for the business. He said, and each of the stars represent 2 stars represent each of your kids, and the biggest star represents your grandmother because she's always watching over you. He said that, girl, I was in tears. I was like, done, sold, send me the invoice, that's my logo.
Yes.
Yep, so.
I always tell people my office hours are from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yep.
Like, that's when I get stuff done.
Yep, at night, that's when all the editing and the magic and everything happens.
Yes, so if I ever respond to anything that you sent me and it's in the middle of the night, that's why.
Yep, so I got a huge owl tattoo on my thigh after my daughter was born, and then I got an owl skull in one of my I love tattoos. That's one of my little, if you haven't noticed.
I'm so ready for some more.
I'm tatted up. I go back in 4 weeks to get the color, so it was just natural. When we made the studio, it's like, these are my owlets. These are my girls.
Dope.
They're like my babies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm invested in each one of my clients. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And so they're my little owlets. They're my little babies. And then after they come and get their pictures, they fly free.
I love
This
that.
is the owlet room.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, guys, I think that is a good way to wrap up because that was deep. Got a couple goosebumps over here. So thank you so much, Diandra, for sitting with me. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of behind the scenes work and post it so you guys can see what we do when we do it. I have some photos from the first one, actually. I think I have behind the scenes.
Yeah, when I was laying on the bed showing her pictures, I have it.
Diandra is the friend. I don't know if you've seen the meme where it's like if your friend is not on the floor taking your selfies, they're not really your friend.
Not your friend.
On the floor. She's standing on top of it between the toilet and the bath getting the milk bath photos. She's standing up there, okay?
You were like, dear Diandra, don't fall. Don't you dare fall. I'm like, Avis, I got it. Hopping on one foot. Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta get in some crazy positions.
That's how you know a good photographer is a good photographer. We had one when we used to do the poetry shows, and he would be on the floor. Like, somebody's doing poetry. Why are you on the floor? And then when he posted pictures, it's just like,
holy crap. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you again so very much.
Thank you for having me.
Miss Chantel the model, I hope you are living your best life. If you have not saw her snap, she is. I'm gonna answer the question.
I need to know if Lizzo answered her Facebook story. She invited her for birthday drinks.
Listen.
Look, I'm all about some Lizzo.
Yes,
I love
absolutely.
me some Lizzo.
Okay, did you see her talking to Chris? What's his name?
No.
Captain America?
I did not.
Lizzo commented, I think she DM'd him and he responded.
Who, Lizzo?
Yeah. And he responded to her. Like, I'm for them being together because I love him. So if Lizzo can get him, then we'll make that. It works for me.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. We will catch you next week on another episode of Lingerie and Lingerie. I appreciate y'all. Bye.
Hi, this is Diandra Dellucci with Diandra Dellucci Photography, and you can find me at DiandraDPhotos.com. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/DiandraDPhotos. Also on Instagram at DiandraDPhotos, and you can email me at info@DiandraDPhotos.com. That's DIANDRA, dphotos.com. Thank you.